Good morning and welcome back to Turkey Trippin 2023. It's our first morning here in Missouri. I arrived yesterday. Tank was a little more excited to see me than he was in March. He was a little indifferent about me in March, so he's a little more fired up this time. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's got a stick. Oh, he's got a stick. Oh boy, there he is. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at that stick. Look at that stick. Look at that stick. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Oh, you've been tearing that stick up. Oh. Does this mean you like me again, buddy? Last night, Bart and I, we tried to roost birds on the property that I normally hunt on. We didn't have any luck, so I'm just going to jump into this area over here. I've been in here one time before. That was not the first thing in the morning. It was one of the places I went in later in the morning after I struck out somewhere else. So we'll see what happens over here. It's a nice looking piece of public property, so we'll see what's going on over there. We'll get after it. It's about 45 degrees this morning, so it's a little chilly, but not bad at all. Let's see what the day brings. Alright, I heard a gobble for the second time. Wasn't quite sure the first time, but there's one over here on private. So I'm actually at the corner. This post is the corner. See if anything else wakes up over here. Everything should be awake right now, because when I got out of my car, I leaned over and hit the panic button on the key fob, and the lights started going and the horn started going. So everything's awake. I'm sure of it. Stupid thing. This guy might be on public. I'm looking down the property line, and the public lane goes across the street, goes over some, and goes back and goes back and goes back. He's either on public or very close to it. If I don't hear anything behind me here shortly, I think I'm gonna run back up the property line and go across the street and see how close he is. So I'm walking back out to the front of the property, or back out the way I came. I guess there's no real... Oh shoot, there's two. There's two birds over here. They're not far from the car. I surely woke them up this morning. The question is, how far off the road are they? Can I get across and into the woods with them? Yeah, they're on public. At least this close one is. Yeah, that was two right there. I hope that means they're not jakes. I think I got a few minutes before they fly down. There might be three of them up in there. I see my spot I want to be. I can just get there nice and quiet. If that's three, I'm afraid there might be a jake or two that sounds like a good gobble. One of them sounds short. Man, I hear another one in the distance. Turn you off for a little bit. See if I can hear him pitch down. They're down and they're off to the left now. I see a deer over there. Okay, that's you on. I see two. sure that was 3 longbeards. I'm going to end up ranging the tree that got us by and be disappointed I didn't take the shot.
Eventually they crossed the road and headed to where I started the morning at. Once their gobbles got faint enough, I took up pursuit.
Go. It's 2 of them. I don't like my spot at all.
Once I got that gobble, I knew I could move, so I tried to improve my position a bit. Eventually those turkeys worked left and into the woods. So I flipped around to the side of that tree and sat down.
These are my birds that drifted across the street here. This is kind of where I started the morning at.
So I'm working with these birds a good while. I've tried my mouth call, tried the box call, I've tried the silent treatment, and I can't get them to come closer. They're in there somewhere between 70 and 100 yards. They're not that far in there. So eventually I break out the fighting purr call because I'm getting desperate. I'm looking off into the cedars on the left here, and this guy sneaks up to the edge of the field. I don't notice him for quite a little while, but eventually I see him and turn that way.
Well, somewhere along the line, this died. And somewhere along the line, this shut off. But we got us a bird down right here. That was the only camera, I think, running. Oh, look at my hand. Finally got them to come out of here. They've been right back here. Oh, they walked right up the deer trail. Boy, it says 40 yards. It don't look it. Yeah, it says 40 yards. I saw them get much closer, and I saw a white head move through this junk. I kind of had a lane that I could see a little ways in here, and they crossed the lane in the back of it. And then I'm just kind of eyeballing the vicinity, and I see a red head sitting there. And I knew that these three guys were all longbeards, so I didn't have to worry about, you know, Jake or not. And I popped him. It looked like he was getting spooky on me. Looked like he was getting spooky on me. He might have had a good spot here where his head was in the shade, so he could actually see pretty good up here, you know, because they don't have ball caps on. So the sun is right up in there, and I was in that cluster of junk over there. So I had a pretty good advantage. I knew if they would come out to this wood edge. I didn't need them to come out of the woods. I just needed them to come to the edge so I could see him. My lane was over there, and he came up here, and I kind of had a lane here. I just didn't know it. Those bushes right there, those briars are low to the ground. Holy crap. Here we go. Look at that guy. Look at that. Okay, buddy. I don't know what the deal is, but if you can figure out how to kind of pet their belly, they'll stop doing that. But don't get spurred to do this. What we have here is a really nice long beard right here. Nice long beard. Nice spurs. Gonna go a solid inch. Lovely spurs. Beautiful fan. It's got blood all on the one side, so we're not gonna show that. But man, nice bird. I'm thinking he's gonna go probably 19 or 20. 19 or 20 on that guy. I'm just gonna sit down a little bit and enjoy this morning. Enjoy this morning. It's been a fine morning here in Missouri. Beautiful longbeard. Man, those three birds, when they were gobbling together, I was thinking, oh, Jake's, because one of them had kind of a short gobble. And I was thinking, oh man, these might be two super Jakes and a Jake if there's that many grouped up. I never heard them pitch down, but all of a sudden they were on the other side of the draw from me in the cedars, and I was in the hardwoods, and they were coming in, and they were being pretty darn cautious. I thought they'd be a little more gung-ho with three of them, especially because I thought they were Jakes. And then I saw the front one had a long beard, and then I saw the other two had a long beard. I'm like, holy crap, I got three freaking long beards heading my way. And they weren't just running in. I mean, they came over toward me, but they weren't just running in. And then they saw something they didn't like, and I'm not sure what that was, but I really could have shot the one. In hindsight, I could have shot him. I ranged the tree after they left, and I could have shot him. He was well in range. It was only like 40 yards, 42, 43 yards. But in that kind of early morning light, I didn't know if he was 53 yards or something like that. And after I shot that one in Illinois at 55, I'm not trying to shoot him at 55. I messed that range up. And so when he was standing there, I was trying to judge him off of what I saw in Illinois and what I'm seeing here, and trying to figure out how far he is. But you know, the sun wasn't even up yet over there. They eventually came across the road and came up in here, so I did the same thing, and they started gobbling over here, and they got in the woods and came down, and they were right under me. So in hindsight, from where I was, I could have been doing anything I wanted up there because they're low down here and they can't see up over the rise and everything. And I knew with the sun coming up behind me, I had a pretty good advantage if I could get them to come up and just look. And so I hit them with the fighting purr 3 times, and that's what I think got them to come up and investigate, because they weren't responding to the silent treatment, and I was silent for a long time. I've been up there a good while. It wouldn't surprise me if I've been up there an hour and 20 minutes, but they would not do anything. They would not move or budge. I'd hear the one gobble, and so I'd think, okay, well, where's the other 2? And then they all 3 kind of gobble, and like, okay, they're still clustered up and together and in the same spot, and they just would not move. Then I hear the single, so I'm like, okay, maybe one of the other one is creeping out and trying to look. So I'm you know, looking and looking, and I knew I couldn't advance forward. I couldn't come to the wood edge, and I darn sure couldn't as I'm sitting here. I couldn't come to the wood edge, they'd see me. Maybe if I crawled on the ground completely, but then you got to get in front of a tree or something up there. And so I just sat there. Said I got till 1 o'clock. I'll just sit right there. If they were to have left me, I would have picked up, gone back as far as I could, and then gone down and got in front of them and tried to play again. I guess that's enough of me rambling. I should probably go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, give us the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down there. Hit that bell for notifications when new videos are posted. And as always, from here in Missouri, thanks for watching.